of indecision going on, a little bit of a flap, and now I am here with something to actually cook. Just like last night, though. Yeah, just like last night, it's going to be an scrambled eggy curry. Something I've never tried before, but worked out so well that I thought I must do exactly the same thing again because I was just so pleased with it. It wasn't particularly filling, and the whole lot got scoffed down and made me feel rather generous in the tummy department entirely. So, and then I've jumped the gun as well here because I said it would be now 4 minutes past 9. But just thinking, I'm here, I want to get on, I don't really want to be delaying any further. So, first of all, let's see who is in the kitchen with me. And then I don't start cooking straight away because the secret to a good curry sauce is letting onions cook for quite a while. And we have obviously the greenwood. And straight away change to live chat. Okay, so I've done that, job done. Let's go back to the top there. And those projects, Nigel, that was in before, I don't suppose he'll be back. Steve Cook, hello chat, usual, right, okay, Tracy giving the rules out, which is very, very good. And then Blair's back. I've not seen Blair for a while actually. Hello, missed you all. My grandfather took my phone because of exams and finally finished them this week. Gave my phone back, so now I can watch Mustard Lives. Well, do you know what? That was a very sensible thing for him to do because it is important. It is important. These live streams are not really important. They're just really for entertainment purposes only. Welcome back, Blair. Suzu says hi. Diane Cook is here. Barry Squatter. Tyler Kennedy says hello, Dad. And Suzu, can I have a shout out, please? Please, I love your videos. Suzu. Well, thank you, Suzu. You can have a shout out. Now, are you a fan of the videos on this channel or the other one? Or both? Oh, and if anyone sees spams, I'll burn them. Oh, if anyone spams, oh. Right, Bonsoir Capitano Mustardo, says Pingu Concord. It is usual, rather elaborate fashion. Thank you very much, Pingu, and welcome to the live stream again. Which I shall. I'll get straight on with some of this because there'll be time to catch up with any other comments from last night. I'm going to recommend actually curried scrambled eggs to everyone I know now, I reckon. That's just such a nice surprise. However, it might be down to the actual spice mix that you use because tonight I'm going to use some Tandoori masala mix, which isn't anywhere near as spicy as Madras. And already I'm considering that that might be a mistake. That in fact it might just be a bad idea after all, and that I should just do with what worked last night. But what kind of a live stream that involves experimental cooking plays it safe? I don't really want to play it safe. I want to be doing something different. So there's my onions. And the other thing I did last night as well was I did the garlic first. Because as mentioned, garlic, if you burn garlic, it doesn't spoil the flavour. If you burn onions, it kind of can spoil them. But there's actually something really nice about the flavour of burnt garlic. So I'm going to do that quite deliberately. I'm going to get the garlic on, get that properly cooked through, and then put the onions in. always that happens. You end up with a big grotty bit of garlic. Why did garlic go bad so easily? And in that way, this all look like something's been gnawing at it. And with that in mind, you get rid of it. If you were cooking for other people, maybe you wouldn't do. I'm sure when you get garlic and ginger paste, they don't bother cutting off any of the undesirable bits. I mean, garlic paste, ginger paste is basically these products but prepared in the same way that dog food is prepared. You can't see it, so you're not going to complain. Who buys those pots of paste? Anyone? I certainly used to do, because of the convenience factor. Garlic, not particularly nice to, well, I mean, it's not unpleasant, but it does get your fingers really, really sticky, and you might not like that. I certainly don't. But what I do like is the smell of the stuff. I'm going to be a bit more generous with the olive oil tonight because I bought some more, which is handy. And let's get this crack straight on. And then I'll come back to your lovely comments in a moment. And I'm sure that some of them will be lovely comments and not awful. Again, I'm sorry, I just don't seem to be able to cut garlic up and have conversation at the same time. Not unless I'm really concentrating. Right, so there we go. There's a fair old bit of garlic there, as you can see. Into the pot it goes. Leave that onion out for a moment. And switch it on a soakady. Just like last night, I am properly going to take my time with it, because taking your time whilst cooking is much, much more rewarding somehow. Yes. I mainly buy glasses. As of last night, and I got to my 27 likes, and I was allowed a beer. What should I aim for tonight? I mean, it is a Saturday night, and I have some of the cheapo San Miguel copied lagers, Spanish style lager from Lidl. But what should I aim for? How many likes should I have before I deserve a beer tonight? Right, let's see. Let's see. All right, okay. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see what you make today, says Suzu. Bit of IBS flare up today, but nothing a peppermint capsule can't sort out. Well, there we go. I'm glad you told me about that one. Barry, I've got you some tampons and a pressure wash. Exams were fairly easy. Sometimes allergic to garlic. Does that mean I'm a vampire? I don't think it does, actually. I've never heard of anybody being allergic to vampire. I think we're all allergic to vampires. I've never heard of anybody actually being allergic to garlic. How old are you, Mr. Mustard? That question again, eh? Well, how can I evade this question today? How can I not give away my true age whilst remaining completely polite? What can I do? Well, I'll say this, that 10 years ago, I was 10 years younger than I am today. How about that one? Yes, dry roasted peanuts help with me tummy troubles. Oh. Did Tommy finish his soldering? Asks Pingu Concord. Well, yes, he did actually. He did. There's an awful lot of work to do there. It's not as simple as just bunging the engine in. And that's the third day he's been back here. And he did work quite hard on that soldering because when you see the actual loom, it does actually look quite good now. it's turned out to be a much bigger task than what I was expecting it to be. Hopefully, the engine will be placed inside the car at least tomorrow. Ah, right. Oh, and hang on, I missed. Right, okay. Marco Perry White says only a fool would rush eggs. Well, that sounds rather wonderful. Are you excited to make some food? Asks Suzu. I'm reasonably excited, actually. Hi, it's Hannah. I'm back. Hello, Hannah. My daughter is also allergic to garlic too. Wow. Honestly, that's the first time I have ever heard of it. You should wear a birthday badge with a different age on it. Yes. Yeah, that was fixed. Well, but fix is not anything to fix, is it? Mary Slave 4. Have you ever farted out the wrong aisle? Have you ever farted out the wrong aisle? Do you mean, oh, hang on, you mean hole? Isn't that what burp is? Yes, I guess we've got to the bottom of that one already. Isn't that what a burp is? Yes, it could be. And Stephen S. Paul is here as well. How Mustard and others. So good evening to you as well. So there we go. Right, I've actually caught up with the comments already. Isn't that fabulous? That means that I can be free to go back to my kitchen duties, of which I'm about to start. So Jessie is here as well. Jessie says, I'm new. Well, Jessie, welcome. Welcome to this live stream. If you like what goes on, please like what's going on. Garlic. I do love the smell of garlic cooking. What do you do if you are allergic to garlic then? And you just want to have that sensation of cooking garlic. There's nothing quite like it. Really, there's not. It's the best. It's the best smell ever. Some more of that oil. Put quite a lot of butter in it yesterday. But butter's not quite as good with this as just olive oil. Actually, I suppose maybe what I should use is lard. But lard doesn't really taste very nice, does it? I'm not sure olive oil tastes that nice, really, when you just cook it. Come on, open you get a bit more of that in there. Bit more, okay. The king is alive again. Shout out my dad, John McIntyre, says Hannah. Well, hello, John McIntyre. Are you alive again? The king is alive again. Sorry. The king, is that me? Am I the king? Am I the king now? Wow. How old are you? Asks Jessica or Jessie. Well, the answer is older than you. But maybe you'll be my age one day and you'll enjoy it just like I do. Do you like sniffing permanent markers? Asks Tyler Kennedy. That's a question from someone who's had some experience by the sounds of it. I'm going to just have to be rather dull here and say, no, not really. It's not my kind of thing. Sniffing permanent markers is on a par with putting your tongue on the 9-volt battery, isn't it? It's something that people do at school and then hopefully stop doing it once they get a bit older. And there we go. Onions and garlic. Just cooking away rather gently together. Best friends in the pan. But I will be careful not to overdo this because I don't want to burn the onions. So I will have some water at the ready and all the tomato puree. And someone else. What else? Someone else was out of the fridge. Oh, chilies. chilies at the ready, puree at the ready, and also what we want now is a bit of that and ginger as well. Tiny bits, lime pickle, put away, and remember to get we'll do the ginger next actually, but instead of rushing it, I'm still going to carry on, just turn it down a bit, go back to the chat, and then get the ginger out, because the ginger is one of those things that doesn't need quite as much cooking, or certainly doesn't really benefit from lots of cooking, whereas onions and garlics do. Oh gosh, lots of messages deleted already. Do you like? Oh no, we've already done that one, haven't you? Blair asks, Mustard, do you remember when my grandpa asked what dessert you should make for my uncle when he returned from the army? Oh, my uncle returned from the army today, and my grandfather made us a big chocolate cake with some other sweets. It was very delicious. Do you want a piece of cake? Oh gosh, sorry about that. Well, yes, I would do. Right, I could guess he's probably a bit too young to be here, really. You know. Yes, you're the king. Thank you very much, Hannah. That's quite a nice thing to say, I reckon, and I'll accept it as the truth, or certainly what you think. I won't be shy about it. I'll just say yes, that's me. I'm the king. Well, I'm the king of this particular kitchen at the moment. Maybe I won't be one day. Maybe someone else will take over. What's up, and everyone in the chat says, Girl Dad cooking up deliciousness. Hello, welcome. And Girl Dad, are you in transition? Tyler, no, that was explained to me actually, that I suppose you could say if you're going to have a name like that, you're going to have people ask such questions, really, though, aren't you? Good one, Tyler. I'm a dad with a full sole custody of my daughter since 4 months old, and she's now 4. And Isra is here and says, hey, hello, Isra. Welcome to the live stream. And welcome anybody else who turns up as well. Will anybody else turn up? Will we have another bonanza? You young man, you 17. I don't know who you could be possibly speaking to, but I'm definitely not 17. I used to be a long time ago. And okay, age is something that you do kind of pay quite a bit of attention to as you're getting older, but for different reasons. And well, really, besides finding that things ache a lot more, your mind generally stays the same, but it's usually just actually not necessarily any sharper, but certainly better at coming to the correct conclusions. Hello, Captain Mustard and everyone in the chat, says Andrew Buttigieg. Andrew Buttigieg, do me a favour and like the thing so I can get closer to my beer tonight, of which I haven't decided how many likes I have to have before a beer is mine. What do you get from the Indian restaurant? Oh, I don't know. What do you get from the? I would like a curry. That's what I would have, I suppose. But I don't really go there very often. Oh, what's up, Jimmy Quinn? Jimmy Quinn is saying bloody hell and lots of laughing on the go. Where's Sam? Asks Israel. I don't know. Sam might not be here tonight. Israel, what kind of chat? Be kind to chat members. First and only warning. Hello. Jimmy, I don't know, but I remember Ron Weasley. I've got 5 kilo of your mince. Oh, there we go. There's another one. Up to 11. Come on. What number should I go to tonight? It was originally 25, and then I went to 26, then I went to 27. But am I overstretching it by going to 28? Is that being a bit too ambitious? Is that being too optimistic, arrogant, expecting too much? I don't know. I would like to thank you very much. You get the, that looks like a poo, right? I don't know. Right, okay. What do you get from the Chinese? And do you like pakora? If not, what kind? Well, Chinese don't really visit too often, probably because they don't really know what to have. And my safest bet, really, is just cooking at home. I know what I'm doing with it to a degree, although I am promising myself I will get into trying a bit of Chinese cooking because I love Chinese curry. I really do. I love the Chinese, all the Chinese curry smells. And at the moment, it's a bit of a mystery to me. I don't know how it's done. Because I don't know how it's done, I want to do it. I want to discover something. So, right. Next, spice mix, and then tomato puree, and then some water. But which I am thinking it's a bit on the mild side. That's the trouble. Maybe I'll have a mix of that. Oh no, I tell you what, I can just deal with it by having multiple chilies, can't I? That's the simple answer. Also, the simple one, oh, that's the big one. I'm going to vary this ever so slightly tonight by putting in a bit of green pepper. That was a bit too big, not really that big. Quite a small one, isn't it? No, I haven't. Oh, yes, I have. I do have a small one. Right, let's do that then. Let's do that whilst the views are down. Again, the best thing to do is just do the actual thing itself. Pepper in big chunks or not? That's the question. What would you do? Big peppers, small peppers, no peppers, tiny peppers. I'd put some coriander in it as well if I had some, but I haven't got any of that. So. Nice. And I'm going to make a bit more tonight by the looks of it. I might end up with enough to save for tomorrow, but there we go. Some peppers. Now I'm thinking that maybe there's not enough onion there. The trouble is you add more ingredients, you bulk it up, and you bulk it up until you end up with a big pan full of this stuff. And that was never really the idea. The idea of this was supposed to be just to flavour some eggs, and I'm going a bit too far with it, aren't I? So, back again to the comments. I'm probably going back and forth with this, aren't I? But it seems to make sense to me. Oh, what? Ah, right, so that's where I was up to. Did you? Oh, right, so I crushed a Valium in it for you. I like Chinese, but I can't eat a whole one, says Jimmy. Can you try cooking kashari? It's a delicious dish that my grandpa made for me yesterday. He says it's an Egyptian recipe that is found on the internet, and it's really delicious with tomato sauce. I don't know. There's so many things I haven't tried so far, and I do want to be a little bit adventurous, but the trouble is I also want to have a feeling that I will be eating it afterwards, and I'm a bit worried about cooking things where I have no idea what it's going to be like. I suppose the best thing to do is cook things that you know you've had before and you want to try and replicate them.
Boaty couldn't believe it when some of us curly questions were thrown at him. Pingu, if you had to drive a three-wheeler for the next 2 weeks every day, would you choose a Morgan or a Reliant Robin? Oh, well, probably the Morgan, I guess. The Reliant Robin is just a bit... it's a bit of a joke, this, but it is unstable. And I know because I did drive one once. I drove one for less than a mile and felt like it was about to fall over, and I never really wanted to repeat that experience. Do you like pakora? What kind? Yeah, oh yes, Hannah, I do like pakora actually. The Jimmy, stop messing about. What about hubbies in the car? No, that doesn't appeal to me at all. I love peppers, says Hannah. Yeah, I don't really understand why anybody would really want one of those. But then again, many people could possibly be saying exactly the same thing about my car, couldn't they? And I'm sure they are. But doesn't stop me, does it? Does anybody want a cat? It's annoying me and keeps barking at me. Just everywhere. I thought it was going to be that same thing then, but yeah, right, yeah. Retract that one, Andrew. Does anybody want a dog? If you do, I'll go over the fence and get it from a neighbour. Who was it who said that yesterday? That was really funny. Right, oh yeah, water. The jug of water. Anticipating quite a lot of topping up of water with this one actually. Right, some spice mix. So this spice mix is a very mild spice mix, so I'm going to put in quite a bit. And then to make it a bit spicy, I will just use chilies. Oh gosh, okay, Elisa's here. Make sure you behave yourself tonight. They wouldn't normally go anywhere near that kind of amount of spice mixing anything. But this is very, very mild. Very, very red as well. It's a very red spice mix. I'm going to turn the heat up a bit, and then we're going to add some tomato puree and then some water, and it can properly go into simmering. Of course it's a tomato sauce, a curry sauce, otherwise it wouldn't have this in it, would it? It would just have tomatoes instead. And excuse me for this, but I'm sorry, but oh gosh, imagine that. Terrible manners. Now we're going to get accused of poaching the peppers again, maybe, but I don't really mind, because I think a poached pepper in a sauce that's cooked for quite a while leaches its flavour into the sauce and tastes better for it, rather than the pepper that you would basically burn and have crispy charred bits all over. So that's my decision. I'm sticking with it because I think it's correct. Water. 1 second, bit more stirring up, I think, bit more. It's almost like waiting for that critical moment where the water going in is the correct thing to do. We're not quite there just yet. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. And there. You want to be able to hear the fizzle as the water goes in, because the heat has come through enough that it needs something to suddenly cool it down a little bit. Cheers, what's happened there? We get the same thing again. The heat's building back up again. You can hear it. So you have not quite the same effect this time, but even so, something similar. Well, we're not going mad on views tonight, are we? Which is, not, I wouldn't say disappointment, but it's different. It's different to how it has been. Some of these live streams, the views have just been ridiculous, and I've just been wondering how it's even possible that this could happen. Tonight's a bit more of a laid-back one. So I can expect that my my target of 28 likes is not going to be met. And maybe even, I won't even get more subscribers out of this one tonight. I've taken a screenshot every night for the past 4 or 5 nights of the progress. Oh, there's a point, I've forgotten that. I did the same thing on Project Nigel, and I made a short video over the course of maybe a month. The same screenshot of the subscribers and watch hours, etc., and did this like short clip to put into videos where you can see it progress over about 400 subscribers. I was hoping to do the same with this, but with about 4,000. Right, okay, now that is enough to actually properly cool that down now. So we have a really, really very, very red sauce indeed. And next will be to just keep the heat just right, but also get the ginger on the go as well. Last night I tried something where I had like little slithers of ginger. I'm going to do the same thing again because I thought it was a really good idea. I really like the way, the texture of that. So again, as you can see, I'm not capable of multitasking. So instead of chatting away telling you about exactly what I'm doing, I'm having to stop altogether just so I can cut some ginger up. And there we go. That's a good size piece of ginger there. You can cut it up into really tiny slithers. And hopefully that will really do the job. There we go. See? They look almost like potatoes. Little potato slicey bits. Is it possible to overdo it with ginger? Yes, it is. Have I overdone it with ginger? Quite possibly. But, yes. Now this actually looks like a really, really good curry sauce now. Come to think of it. You can see that. It's a bit difficult to tip the angle of the pan in such a way where I'm not spilling it anywhere. Oh, dropped a bit on the floor. Right, I'm going to come back, and if you want to do some comments, now's the time, because I'm going to sit with you and read anything out that you actually say. So this would be good for anyone who wants shout outs and stuff like that. Now then indeed, where were we? Well, we were a couple of minutes ago, wasn't we? And it was unlike my live stream. How dare you? How mean of you? That's awful. Poor me. Oh, quite a bit ago now, suddenly, haven't we? Right, okay. Okay, gosh, right. Come on. The robin was a pea off. Bev Coles is here. Lovely, thank you. The curries that you have in the caravan with boat look lovely. Where'd you get them from? Well, they are from a place called Istanbul in Rochdale.
And yeah, they are really, really good actually. Hi, mustard man, woman. Do you remember me? I'm surprised you eat spice. Why would you be surprised by that? What's a red-breasted robin, Jimmy? My dappy neighbour has just brought a pair of rabbits. Well, that's cruel, that Pingu. Anyway, you won't have time to eat that because you'll be driving your way up to Scotland. I do like Indian food, Eliza, of course. In my opinion, Indian food is the best cuisine. Well, that really depends on many things, doesn't it, really? Rabbit stew is nice. Poor rabbits. Don't say that. Don't say that. It just makes me feel really sad for the poor little blighters. Oh, can you try making a spice omelette in my favourite food? Well, that was what was going to happen yesterday, but I just got distracted, didn't I? And that distraction has then led on to what's happening here today, which is another scrambled eggy thing. And I might actually this time, what I might do tonight is once this is ready, take that out, stick it in a bowl, do the scrambled egg, and then just put that on the top so that the scrambled eggy bits can actually be a bit in bigger pieces rather than just tiny little shredded bits. Curry, samosas, pakora, roti, dal, naan, chicken, tikka masala, all of these foods are delicious. Yes, they are. I agree with you. Let's agree, we're going to do that, aren't we? Oh, Tyler, you're a bit quiet tonight, actually. It's not that Rochdale's spice mix is, be careful, you're slumped in a doorway before you know it. Well, I wondered whether that's the direction you was going to head in, actually. And I'm kind of glad you did, because if, Tyler, you're not saying something that is slightly controversial, I will be concerned. Mustard is 100% curry. Well, I certainly feel like that sometimes. Wow, I didn't know, says Lisa. I'm not sure what it is you didn't know, but I'm sure it's something significant. Andrew, they was big ones. What were? The rabbits. Not rabbits, I hope. Not big rabbits. Cats are cute. I wish I had a pet cat. Guys, I'm not high today. I'm just acting normal for once. Oh, is that the explanation for it? Oh, I see. Right. I wish I had a cat as well. Welcome, sober Eliza. I like large-breasted robins, says Andrew Buttigieg. And we see plenty of red-breasted robins about at the moment. Oh, certainly I have done. I thought isn't it strange? There's supposed to be you always see them on Christmas cards, yet you see them knocking about in spring. Were you flying, Lisa? Yes, I was flying in the deserts and swarm mountains, but I did that yesterday. Today I'm normal. I am a dog today, says Jimmy Quinn. Not a bad dog, a good dog, hopefully. I saw weird. I think that means I say weird stuff sometimes, but I really like and I'm a friendly person, guys. I was a penguin yesterday. This is very, very revealing, actually. Very revealing indeed. Bad news, boys. I've got clapped from one of those ladies of the night on Fishwick Street. Well, so Tyler Kennedy has internet knowledge of the town of Rochdale and knows all of the little nooks and crannies where the people hang out and get up to some rather suspicious activities. And I'm sure he loves it. He loves it there, don't you? Don't you? You love it around there, don't you? Come on. What have you done today, Tyler? I mean, that was one night. But what about today? What do you do during the daytime? Is it anything interesting? Does it involve Fishwick Street or the range or the bus station? Now, Andrew, there's a point then. not Andrew, Tyler, as you are somebody local, I wonder whether you would know some of the people in the town that I know, some of the rather interesting characters of the town, because over the years there have been quite a few. And if you say yes to this, I'm going to talk about some of them because I thought they were quite fascinating. 9:30. They're not going to sleep already, surely not. Ah, right. You're not going to sleep yet, are you?
No.
Right. I'm going to ask for my money back, says Tyler. Your main competition tonight are two drunk men in a tent somewhere near Newcastle. Now that, Pingu, might be exactly why the numbers are not going up, because two drunk men versus one non-drunk man, who's going to win? They are, aren't they? Clearly. It's not fair. It's really not fair. If there were two of me, a tent and beer, I would be in with a much better chance. So, all I've got is cooking to do. That's really terrible. Oh, you're making curry, says Eliza. Well, yes, I'm making a very basic curry sauce to have with scrambled eggs, which is what I did last night whilst you were high. Oh, blot outdoors. It can't be blot outdoors, surely. Maybe it is. If Blot Outdoors is doing a live stream, then maybe that really would just wipe out the rest of the live stream interest for the evening. I thought you were just making tandoori chicken. No, I'm not doing that. No. I'm trying to keep things simple tonight. I have promised to be making some bread as well, but that's not going to happen because that creates an awful lot of mess that I really can't be bothered to clear up afterwards. Eliza, if you lived in the UK, you would live in Broadmoor. Oh gosh, Jimmy Quinn, that's an awful thing to say. Look, I've been saying, Mustard, I'm very well behaved today. And actually, I tell you what, yes, I agree. And I knew it would happen. You know, after a while, you'd come back and you'd be transformed into somebody who's much more a part of this particular growing community. Tyler, says Andrew, but you should visit Mr. Boaty's ladies. You won't get clap, but no guarantee on what else you might pick up. No, they're called Lundy's Outdoor something. Well, it sounds fascinating, but my numbers are actually going up now. 53 watchers. I knew this would happen. You just get a wave of people coming in, and with that, I'm going to get lots and lots of people saying, "Oh, what are we doing here? What's going on? What's going on? Are you cooking anything? This kind of thing, etc." And I'm probably going to have to answer the same question multiple times, aren't I? Whereabouts do you live in the country or city? Asks Hannah. I live in Rochdale. No cows were harmed in the making of this beef stew. What beef stew? Are you eating beef stew, Pingu? And if you are, I wonder if it's going to be better than my curry, which I shall actually just turn the volume heat down ever so slightly. Mr. Stephen Parry from Port Sunlight in the Wirral is here. How was our Captain Paul tonight? You need to wear a captainship hat whilst there. Oh, well, that might be suitable. Word on the street is never fart in a gimp suit, says Tyler. Which street are you talking about? Mustard, I see you have a new shirt on today. Past few days you wore a brown shirt, but today you're wearing a blue one. Well, I mean, I don't really take any notice of what colour they are. I just put them on. Only on special occasions I'll wear a t-shirt that says something on it. Something that maybe I'd like to promote, like my other YouTube channel. But that doesn't really seem to make any difference, or at least I don't think it does. Most of the time, a plain t-shirt is exactly what I need. Thank you very much. And welcome to the 71 people that happen to be here tonight at this very moment. In case you're interested, I am cooking a curry. I have a very, very red sauce here, of which I shall reduce down lots and lots to the point where it becomes stiff to move and have to add more water. At that point, and soon afterwards, I shall then add some eggs and have a scrambled egg curry. And don't forget to like the live stream as you are here. Now, Pingu says, I've had some robins nesting inside my garage. Cute but annoying. I have cars crapped on even though they're indoors. Oh, yeah, that does sound annoying actually. Bev asks, is the caravan yours? It's a rather good idea for an office or a diner. Well, actually, the caravan came courtesy of the chap above you called Pingu Concord. And it's kind of all ours. It's supposed to be something that my friend Bolty and I would be going exploring places with, but then it's just turned into a bit of a sales office, and then from there, just somewhere to eat lunch. What the plans for the future of it, I'm not really too sure, but it's ours, let's say. Did you know prsaywood? Asks Tyler Kennedy. No, I don't know, because that does sound like a rather generic name for someone. It depends. I'm thinking of the era of the 90s, whether you was around then or not, because that seems to be when there were an awful lot of very interesting characters that were always knocking about in the streets. Christitoff Skubala. I'm going to just call you Skubala. Nice fish. Thank you. They are happy in their tank. Girl Dad Cooking Up Deliciousness says 100%. Welcome from Egypt. Thank you very much. I can't read your name because it's obviously out of my skill set to understand what that says. But welcome indeed. Welcome anyone new here. And at last we're back up to those big numbers again of 108 or 90 viewers now. It's like they come in blocks. You don't just have one or two people come in, you get a whole block of people coming at once, and it's rather weird. Whatever it is I say at any one moment will determine whether they stay or not. So it's rather exciting. Numbers are climbing slowly. The algorithm has found an inbox due by the looks of it, indexed you. Indexed, yeah, yes. Do you always cook, or does your wife cook too? Well, I really do the cooking. I'm a bit. I just like cooking things. I like to experiment. I wish I had a husband that could cook whilst I were out, but I'm focused on my career. Right, so Eliza, there were things you were saying the other day that would suggest that you were very, very happy with your jock. So, is that still the case, or was that just a bit made up? When I was watching your live the other night, Mustard, I accidentally swiped down to the next live. There was some guy smoking that special tobacco from a glass vase-looking implement. I know the kind of thing you mean. Yes, I do know the kind of thing you mean, Andrew. Adby Raman, how are you? I'm fine. Oh, Hannah lives in Scotland. Ah, good. That's where people tell me I'm from, by the way. No particular part of Scotland. I'm a big fan of Scotland, actually. I've been there a few times. I'd like to go a lot more often, but, time. Tyler says, I thought the day usually walk around Rochdale with a bottle of Frosty Jacks out asking people for a quid. Right, okay, so Tyler, do you remember the bus station man? He used to be in the bus station all the time doing Bruce Springsteen impressions. He was there for years. I mean, every time I went back there, he was doing that. And my cousin lives in Rochdale, says Hannah. Ah, very good. Unigal869 says hello. Hello. Welcome to the live stream. And don't forget to like. How's your life going out lying? Asks Rama. I don't know. It's very difficult to tell. Unigal says, I like your fish, and thank you very much. Right, I see. Okay, Lisa. I'm not going to ask anymore.
I'm not going to ask any more about that. Bev Coles, got to go on telly and phone. Got you on telly and phone. Can't get enough of you, obviously. That's very nice. Thank you very much. But this must look really weird on the television though, because it's in the wrong format. The videos look good on the TV, I hope. If you've got a really big TV, that's where I think the car reviews seem to work rather well. Since I said Broadmoor, more people have turned up, Mustard. Yes, indeed, Jimmy Quinn. Maybe that's what we need. We need to mention certain institutions that will guarantee somebody will turn up to find out why somebody said Broadmoor. Strange Ways could be the next one. I thought about what you said about him being a coward because he bullies the... Oh, gosh. Is that really true? Is that really true? Because I wasn't really sure whether I was hitting home with that at all. Hannah, if you want to know how to like, click the 3 dots in the corner of the screen and click the thumbs up. Never click the thumbs down. Very, very helpful of you, Hannah. Thank you very much. We're still doing okay for views, actually, managing to retain a big chunk of now, which is nice. It is nice. That. Thank you very much. Thank you for anybody who's here staying with me right now. Scotland is awesome. I wish I could afford to visit there more. I agree with that. So I might end things with him and try a nicer person. Okay. So in actual fact, if that really is the case, Eliza, then this live stream's actually done some good without really trying too hard. And that's probably why you keep coming back. That's very interesting. Airdrie. I'm not... Airdrie. I live in Airdrie, Scotland, says Hannah. I'm not familiar with that, actually. Whereabouts is that? You can tell me if you like. Thank you very much, Hannah. Yes. The drunks in the tent have not heard of you or Boaty, but they are well educated. That's typical of you, Pingu, to start bringing our channels into someone else's. That's really funny. Right. Anyway, it is 10 to 10, and I'm never going to reach my beer target, but I really want one now. I really want one. I'm having such a lovely, happy time that a beer should be part of it. So maybe I should change my target to 20. That'd be more realistic, won't it? Luna Gachuver. I'll just call you Luna. Okay. Hi. Hello, Luna. Welcome to the live stream. And something fine. Do you understand Russian? I don't understand Russian at all, I'm afraid. So I can't really read anything that you write in Russian. So please don't write anything that you shouldn't, because somebody will be able to read it. Okay? But presumably you are a well-intended person who is here for all the right reasons, and welcome. Do you know one who cleans the shoes outside the charity shop, asks Tyler. I don't know him, but yes, I know exactly who you mean. There's a couple of them I've seen. I once saw a policeman having his shoes cleaned by this particular chap. I mean, going back 10 years ago when I first saw him do this, and I think the majority of the people in the town would be thinking, "Oh, good on you for doing that." You are asking for money, you're begging, but you're prepared to clean somebody's shoes for it. Which, in this country, it seems to be exactly what you need to get people on side, because they just want to see you actually doing something for yourself. And good chap. I've never spoken to him though, I must admit. Pingu and Boti's favourite product. Do you speak Spanish? Asks Luna. No, I don't. I can understand little bits of it here and there, but I don't speak it. I've never really gone for languages except for English, and even that I struggle with a lot of the time. Strange Ways is a good night out. Is it, Jimmy? I forget whereabouts in the country you are. Obviously, Strangeways isn't too far away from here, and it has that rather lovely phallic symbol sticking out on the horizon, on the skyline there, so you know exactly what you're looking at. Does Mrs. Mustard drive? Unfortunately not. Is your shirt big enough? Is your shirt big enough? A t-shirt, do you mean? Asks Nailong Walla Nearly Wall. I'll just call you Whirly. I'll call you Whirly. That's the simplest way. When names are sort of put together in this way, where it's just a string of letters, it's just can be difficult to read. So I'll just call you Whirly. Okay. Hopefully we'll have somebody in tonight that makes me want to kick off the out of 10 names as well. I need to get him a beer as a treat. Yes, let's do that. Why did I ask the question about whether you understand Russian? It's because I'm from Ukraine and I'm very interested to hear what you have to say about this. Well, you're very interested to hear what I say about Ukraine. Well, I'm not sure what to say about it really. I mean, it's been a terrible time for Ukraine, obviously. But I don't really like to go too far into politics on this because it's such a divisive thing. And there are things that nearly everybody agrees with, but politics and religion I generally just leave out. Looks more like special brew, Andrew. They call it gravy. Boaty is doing a live stream tonight. Are we talking about sheep? He did one last night, didn't he, as a surprise for people that weren't expecting him to do it, and I certainly wasn't. I only heard afterwards off the Greenwood that Boaty did a live stream, and I think what it is, he sees somebody else doing one, he gets jealous, has to do one himself. That's how it works for him. Right. I see. Well, I can kind of picture that then, Hannah. Oh, Samira. Hola. Hey, hello, Samira. Hola, welcome. I have ancestors in Campsie. Duke, what is this channel about? Well, it's about, I suppose, whatever you make it to be about. It was supposed to be just cooking. You see, this is my second channel. My other channel is about rather quirky old English cars. But then I find myself wanting to do live streams and wanting to cook. And it doesn't really mix that well with it, even though I have a whole bunch of people from the channel in this live stream right now, which means that people are invested in me rather than what I'm doing. And that is a very nice thing to know. Does Boaty like lamb? Yeah, he does. He's a difficult one to figure out with this, isn't he? Because he does talk about how cute the lammies are, but he can't resist the kebab. Rob Walker is here. Hello, good Rob Walker, and some more Spanish, some more Russian writing there. And Rob Walker is from Northumberland, which is a lovely part of the UK indeed. Thank you and welcome, Rob. Yes. Do you speak Vogon? What's Vogon, Andrew? It's not good to chat about, says Rob. Now, presumably you're talking about what I mentioned there, about the politics and stuff like that. Please don't repeat the same questions, says the Greenwood. See, Greenwood's properly on the ball with this, and I really appreciate that. Breaking news, Mustard has been spotted outside Strangeways, chucking parcels over the wall. What kind of parcels could these be then, eh? Need a Babel fish. What a jolly good idea the Babel fish was, or is, or could have been. I speak Spanish and I used Duolingo to learn, or Duolingo. I'm 20 miles from Norwich prison. Norwich, yes, of course.
Right. Prakash. Hi, Captain. How's it going? Well, it's going okay, actually. Thank you for asking. Do you have Riz? Asks Aspect. Riz? Don't know. Don't know about that. How often do you broadcast? Asks Fine. And, well, it seems to be probably 5 times a week. Something like that. Maybe more. Or often less. But somewhere in the region of 5 times a week. And again, whilst we have new people here, please do the like on the bottom thing, and then I can have myself a beer. And in any second right now, I'm about to go and put one in the freezer, ready for when that magic moment happens where I deserve it. Oh, Boaty always talks about sheep. He's got welly boots. I'm learning Scottish Gaelic on Duolingo. I'm learning that too. I'm live streaming to Trolls 4 hours straight, says Rob. What? To Trolls 4 hours straight? You might have to explain that one a bit better, actually, because I don't really know quite what you mean, unless like you do a 4 hour live stream and the only people that turn up are trolls, which isn't really that unusual. Can I ask how much time you have? Oh, what do you mean? What the time is here? Because it is 10 o'clock at the moment, so you're 2 hours behind you. I'm just up talking about whether Sumas is wearing pants. Tomorrow. Oh, right. Tomorrow, that's when you're doing a live stream, is it, Rob? Right. Does anyone want to stroke my ego? Is that a euphemism, Tyler? Boaty very food of fond. Yes, Rob Walker. Alfie sup yo. Yes, Alfie. Not very many people in tonight asking me to shout them out. That means there are probably not going to be quite as many new subscribers tonight as normal. Mr. Stephen Parry from Port Sunlight in the Wirral. Have you any family holidays planned this year? If not, use the caravan for a holiday. Well, there are a few issues with that. No, but it will need a couple of tyres on there because they've just gone down. I'm sure. This might sound a bit odd, but the caravan was going to go for sale, and a lady came around to have a look at it, and I kind of got the impression I annoyed her a bit. And then the next day, both the tyres were completely flat, and when I pumped them up, they won't stay with air. And I don't want to make an accusation, but I almost think, did she come back and do that because it annoyed her that she couldn't buy the caravan after all? So it needs a couple of tyres. It also needs pulling out from the bottom. The trouble is, I've put the caravan in a place now where it's going to be difficult to pull it back out again, right down at the end, because it's supposed to be more of a permanent place for it to stay. Boaty's eyes glaze over when he sees lambs. He thinks of them as kebabs on legs. West side or east side? Asks Alfie. Well, sort of in the middle, actually. Yeah, Manchester is slightly more west than east, I suppose, but it's definitely not either side. I'm learning Spanish, French, German, Italian, Scottish Gaelic, and Hawaiian on Duolingo. That's an awful lot of languages to learn, Hannah. How do you manage to keep up with this? Can you really learn that languages effectively all at once? That many. Night-night, Captain. I have to put my youngest to bed. See you tomorrow. And I will see you tomorrow indeed, Pingu. I look forward to it. Oh, Vogan poetry. Bev says, I love your kitchen. It looks really big. Can we have a look around, please? I think I see a tablecloth. I'm trying really just to keep like just a couple of angles of the kitchen, sort of about to there and then about around there, rather than having the other side of it as well. Not that it's a mess. It's just that's kind of one of the
stipulations of doing a live stream in the kitchen. That's what I'm allowed to do. Okay. Rob Walker. I love a law that makes everyone keep their YouTube names in real on their birth certificate. Right. Okay. Okay, Rob. So what you mean is you want to you don't want younger people coming in that are claiming to be older, just so they can actually watch when they're not really allowed to. Is that what you mean? Because that's kind of something I would agree with, I suppose. Tracy's in London, yes. Good night, good night, good night, good night, Pingu. Good night, Pingu. Newsflash. Mustard has been seen throwing pies over strange ways. I love London so much. And what age are you, Greenwood? I don't. I tell you what, I've spent a long time since I've been to London. I don't know what anybody else thinks of it, but I just find it to be absolutely. It's like claustrophobic. There's so much going on, and the two people too close to you. And that's not just on the trains, but on the roads as well. It's not a nice place to negotiate. Need those pies, Jimmy? Same age as mustard. Good answer, I suppose. London's made it cool. I am happy living here, but I like to be near the sea. Even if it was a bit closer to the sea, it would take ages to get there, because actually London is a similar distance to the sea as I am to the sea from here. But I bet it takes a lot longer. Well, I suppose it depends on what area of London you're actually in, because it's, from one side to the other is a couple of hours, really, isn't it? Have you ever snorted shaken back? No, not even by accident. I'm sure there are people that have done. But is that stuff still about then? That's a real blast from the past, that. Damn auto presume. Oh, Smashing Pistons. Hello, Simon. How wonderful of you to pop in. Very lovely to see you. As always, lovely to see you. Hello, just popped in to say thank you for the shout out on numerous times. On your PM, Mr. Mustard. Most kind of you. I did. I made a point of actually saying it quite a few times, didn't I? It did amuse me to, do it that many times. I could have just done it once and it would have had the same purpose. But, yeah, well, I mean, the truth is, Simon, if you're still here, that little idea of the purple bit there, as soon as you said it, I thought, yes, of course, that's exactly what it needs. And it's not beyond the way I think about it as well, which is exactly why, it works. I think it does work. So, thank you again, Simon, for that. And thank you for popping in. London is Oh gosh, we've got right. Bagel is love cats, and Tracy quite rightfully has removed that particular question that is never seems to get old, does it? How long has this been cooking now, do you reckon? I've been doing it for nearly an hour. I've been doing a live stream for just over an hour, so the garlic and onions have been just simmering away, just like this, for quite a long time. But I'm going to just leave it like that, because as soon as I start doing the eggs, that'll be the end of the live stream. And like last night, I don't really want to do the end of the live stream. I want to keep it going. Yes. To the fridge. Reason we must go. So I like a beer like that. Normally, my kind of beer that I like best is more like a dark ale or a really hoppy beer. But Failing that, some lager from Lidl is fine, but they are much nicer if you have them really cold. So the freezer, 10 minutes in the freezer is enough. So now I think I've got to get to 20 likes so it doesn't freeze and I'm allowed to drink it. Oh gosh. You should check out the north of Scotland. It's beautiful and there's lots of beaches and pools, says Hannah. Now, I would dearly like to do the old NC 500 thing. Of course, from here, it's basically 3 days out to the day to get up there. In fact, no, it's probably even more than that. You can't do the whole route in one day, I don't think. It's probably 2 days to do the route. It's kind of a day to get up there, 2 days to do the route, and another day to get back down. It's basically a holiday. Soon there's facial recognition for gaming and their channels where their own mods monitoring our cams to be aware that there is an adult behind the device. Also, no cam connection. Takes an hour to get to the M25 and then another hour to get to the coast. 2 hours then. Yes. Who's up for a game of hemorrhoid hunters? Ajax gives you a good buzz. Lonely M, a very lonely person indeed by the looks of it. Emmy, hello Emmy. Big Boy VR, can you say my name? Nick Her. Yes, Nick Her. Welcome to my live stream. I hope you like it and you like the live stream and you don't go away as soon as I've said your name. Have you any tattoos? Asks Bev. Well, I've got just one tattoo, which is that one, just there. Big Boy VR. That's a goat. Goat. Ah, yes. Somebody suggested that I was a goat recently, and I didn't really know what they meant. And then I found out it was actually a really rather good thing, and then I was happy about it. Don't stay up too late. Have a good evening, say Smashing Pistons. I won't. Well, I might do actually. You have a good evening, Simon. An hour in the freezer, I'm your uncle. Hour in the freezer, I'm your uncle. 31 miles, London to Southend. Please don't repeat the same questions, okay? Yes, Bev. Shows your Nick hers. Repeat. Oh, look, see? Nobody's allowed to repeat questions. Arriving with G. Hello, what's the main topic? There isn't really a main topic. It is really what people talk about, what they ask, what's going on, the bit of cooking that I'm doing that we'll be going back to in a short while. There's a point. Let's have another stir up, and also as I want to keep this simmering really nice, I'm going to add a bit more water to it now as well. Stopping it from sticking properly to the bottom of the pan is the trick to getting this just right. Well, will it be just right? No, I don't know. Probably. Lemon shake and vac is my favourite. Another one, crazy repeat. Mystic Hair is here and says, evening captain, thank you. Andrew Buttigieg, Jimmy, don't prod the mod. I think you need some Rennies, sir. You appear to be in a bit of discomfort. Rennies. What's Rennies for now? I thought Rennies was for heartburn. Is that right? I think it is. Anyway, I don't really have that, I think. Ballsack recognition says bean, rice, and Jesus Christ. Bean, rice, and Jesus Christ. That's a cool name. That's quite a cool name. That's going to get a 7 out of 10 from me for that one. Thank you, Greenie. Now that is a name, bean, rice, and Jesus Christ. So we're all agreeing on that one then. Is that okay, Tracy, with my ex-wife? Big Boy VR. No, I didn't, because I'm not daft enough to read it out in the way that you think I should do. I said Nick, her, which is completely different. And that is your name. Your name is Nick, her. Okay? So that's not my fault. I think I might have to be remember that one, Jimmy Quinn. I am the SAS man, Tracy. I can get in and out without being noticed. What is your favourite flavour of Fanta? No, I can't answer that one because I don't touch soft drinks very often. Very rare do I have something like that. My drink of choice is going to be tea, or coffee, or beer, and not really much else in between. Arriving with the G. Great food with friends. Yes. Indigestion. You keep burping. Do I? I don't even seem to realise I'm doing it. That's strange, isn't it? I just love my beans and rice. Oh, praise to Jesus Christ. Says beans, rice, and Jesus Christ. Robert Ash. Say the word. Say the N word. I give you permission. You give me permission to say the N word. Nobody needs to give me permission. If I want to say the N word, I can say it. I don't actually need permission. But it just so happens I don't choose to do. Okay? No, that's it. I'm going to say it now. Nice. I've got 4-foot cobra tattooed on my penis. Let's do that again. I've got a 4-foot cobra tattooed. And a lizard on the last 10 inches. Faraz Sharid. That I love the rhythm of that question there. I love your beard. Do you have diabetes? No, I don't. Free beer from the freezer. Robert Ash. What Robert? Lemon Fanta is lovely. Owen Yor. Say lick my toes out loud. Yes. Good gob. Good job. Right. First time here says rhyming with G. Well, first time here, that means you can, you'll be a bit more confused about what's going on, but hopefully not for too long. What age are you? And I love lemon. Tyler has broken mustard. Congratulations, Tom. That's one of those moments that actually, I tell you what, you can remember to do that. You can save just a tiny bit of it. Pity you can't just edit that bit out as well. Reno Envy USA. Oh, who's this? Yeah, we've done that one anyway. Zainab. Sup Boomer. Gosh. Well, I know what boomer is, and I'm the generation above that one. In fact, my life has not been so easy. No, good old boomers with everything on a plate for them. Oh dear, let's not go into that one. I'm not quite as old as that. Right, what are you? You're not going to be. What's the Z? Generation Z. That's the newest. That's the entitled generation, isn't it? Yep for what? Yep, please. Yep. Right. Okay. I got the fire breathing dragon on bum. Do you have a morning routine to get up at the same time, etc.? Asks Bev Coles. I don't particularly. I get up when I need to do, and I would very, very easily just slip into being asleep until the afternoon because I'm that kind of person. I could easily stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning, but I'd also struggle. I used to do that when I was in my late teens and 20s, just a proper all night kind of person. Miss those times a bit, but not very productive. Tom Bam Chisberber, I'm sure I've seen that name before actually. Beard looking better than a couple of days ago. I wonder what I've done to it. Oh yeah, you are older than mustard, that's what you mean, isn't it, Jimmy Quinn? Right. Don't you mean special education kids? Are they entitled? No, I don't mean that one at all, actually. No. ABC123 edits. Hey, what's up? Well, what is up indeed? Many things are up and some things are down. But you've got to be looking in the direction of up to see what is up there. And if you can do that, you'll be able to tell me. Because at the moment, I have the ceiling in the way, so I can't tell you. I've got other tattoos on, not looking after them for my mate who's in prison. Have you cut or styled it? My beard? No, I haven't done anything with it. It's just, I haven't. Honestly, I haven't. It just grows out of my face. I just leave it alone. Are you actually Michael Burrows? Evening, Ben. Guess good evening, Ben. Read this out, says Hannah. Oh. Right, okay, well, I will do, I suppose. Right, hi there. Are you going to be a good idea of the year-old girl who was... I can't quite get this, Hannah. Of the year-old girl who was a good idea of the year of the girl. Oh, right, I see. Just came up with some. Now, there will be many people like me that without a bit of punctuation, I just get completely confused, and you even lose where you're up to because you just lose track of what could possibly be. You want to actually understand what you're reading. Go to bed. Bro, go to bed. Football edits. Football edits has been here a few times and there's not really been too much of a problem. How the curried eggs, my fellow mustardettes. What time did I put that beer in the freezer? It's probably time for it to come out. That's what I reckon. Gosh, this is impossible to read this now at that distance. GG. Do together and we can make sure we're all good. Mustard is really Elvis in hiding. Right. Thank you for that. Oh, it's a long way of being frozen, so I don't really need to worry about that, which is a good thing. Oh, these are going back up again. Maybe there's another thing. What you've used to go to the live stream, visit the freezer. Oh, chilies as well, of course. Let's not forget about the chilies. The chilies will be exactly what's needed to make this taste of something. Oh right, hang on. That's somebody new as well. A new one. I do like it when I say a new one. Robbie and Emma Ping. I am so happy to see this video. It's so good to watch. Thank you very much. Oh, look at that. I am now entitled to a beer because I have 21 likes that.
That pleases me quite a bit. Right, what car do you drive? I personally have an Audi A6 S line. I don't have an Audi. I'm not really a fan of Audi particularly. Oh gosh, that's just insanely mild. I mean, you can taste something there, but it's just nowhere near enough. What car do I have? Yeah, somebody tell what car I have, and we'll see how far we get before it's kind of considered just a joke, and it can't really be the case. I've got a feeling I'm not going to like this one anywhere near as much as I liked last night's one. It's just Tandoori stuff's just missing something. Really, really missing something. Not even just a little bit. So I think with that panic in mind, I'm going to have to put something else in it. About a bit of curry gotch. Curry gotch. This is a much more. Don't know how long that's been in there actually. Probably not too long. There we go. Now that will change it completely because that's a very spicy one. And that with those chilies that I've put in there, putting 4 chilies in there. I'm going to leave that to simmer again for a while, and hopefully come back to it and think, oh yes, that's the way it should taste, rather than what I just did then, which was a big disappointment. I don't want to be disappointed. Is everything okay? Yeah? Yep, good. Oh, right, hang on. Yeah, no, yeah, I've got my number there. I can have my beer. Yeah, let's have the beer. It's going to be time to catch up with some comments again, isn't it? Cheers, everybody. Right, where was we up to? Oh yeah, I wasn't too far off really, was I? If you want to know how to like the click 3 dots, thank you very much. Again, some mustard can have a beer. Thank you very much, Hannah. That was very, very thoughtful. Mick Hucknall. Don't have me do my Mick Hucknall impression because it's a bit loud. Although the moment you say Mick Hucknall, it does make me want to burst into my Mick Hucknall routine. Jimmy, give mustard a shake and he'll appear. If you let your hair down, do you still live in Rochdale, Tyler? And also, you intrigue me quite a bit, because the name Tyler Kennedy is quite new, but some of your humour reminds me of somebody else that has recently disappeared. So, have you actually been a follower of the other channel for a while, but just gone under the radar and then come back as a new person? I won't say that Michael Jackson was Tracy. Gosh, football edits, you're not really doing too well with this tonight. You live in London, asks Howie. I don't, but Tracy does. Oh dear, you've been timed out, football edits. That's what happens. It's just completely unnecessary. I don't want it to happen. You may well even be one of my subscribers. And in actual fact, with the amount of times you come back, I think you probably are. But the reason we have moderation in this is because some things, like just repeating the same thing over and over again, it just can get a bit annoying for the rest of the people who are in the chat. And Rover Joe is here. Rover Joe is here. Welcome, Rover Joe. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight. Hello, Greenwood. Two Stream Productions. Rover 25. Rover 45. MGF. Rover 420. I don't have a 45 anymore. I have a ZS. But thank you, Jimmy. Meanwhile, Mustard is sniffing curry powder. Well, that's an interesting question, Kira. Are you Arab? Am I an Arab? No. I'd be quite keen to know why you ask that question, though. I'm definitely not offended by it, but is it the beard? Is it the glasses? Is it the accent? Could it be something else? Right. I'm just going to have a little pop upstairs just for a second, and I will be only a minute. So in the meantime, we've done this before. Just have a look at the fish. Strange. And hello, and I am back, having explored upstairs a little bit. Not explored, but just there are things I have to do upstairs sometimes. Well, where did we get to again? You scroll down. So, oh, yeah, okay. More deleted. Oh. Hank Hell. I gargle Lord's milky said spit it into the air and catch it. I have no idea what that means, but it sounds rather fabulous. Trouble with weak beer is you end up a pint syndrome, rather good strong 7% if you don't need to cold. Now, what's that 7%, 7.3% beer that was mentioning yesterday? Wouldn't it be wonderful if I just happened to have one of those hiding away? Wouldn't it? I'd drink any pee given to me, trucker or elsewise. Are you Indonesian, asks Kira. No, I'm not. Football edits. Oh, you're back already? All right. Sounds like you need to see a priest. No, Reverend Boaty. Football edits and strange things that you're starting to say. The same joke again, racism. Brilliant. And the joke that you put up there, it's just not really that clever. You are old. Well, thanks for that. One day you'll be my age, if you're lucky. But maybe you won't be. Maybe you'll never get there. Have you ever considered that? Maybe what you're doing now is living life as an old person because it's as old as you're going to get. Gosh, that's depressing. At least when you get a bit older, at least you know you've made it. I need a priest to fill me up on God, says Henk Hell. Probably comes to the wrong place, unfortunately. I can see through your window better with the light on. You can't see through that window at the moment because it's not available to see. Tyler Kennedy. Bro man, no abusing in chat. Final warning. Oh dear, that one again. Right, okay, so Kira, it says bye. Well, that was a short stay, wasn't it? Champion indeed, Bev. Champion ale. Yes. And yes, I have one. How excited do I look about that we've got a particular beer? Well, it's a beer worthwhile getting excited about, isn't it? So I'll save it till afterwards. If he is old, say yes. See, the trouble is, if we need a poll on this kind of thing, then that would suggest that it's a matter of opinion. And it's not a matter of opinion, it's a matter of the truth. I don't need anybody to tell me that I'm old. I know exactly how old I am. And if you think that I'm old, then that's fine. If other people think that, I don't mind. If some don't think that, I don't mind that either. But in the meantime, I've got other things I'd rather be talking about. Are we with the car? Yes or no? I've got no idea. Right. Isra. Now, I've got something for you. Now, Isra, unfortunately, the reason why I think you got annoyed yesterday and today is because you're assuming that any of the comments in here are directed at you, but they're not. In fact, they're no more likely to be directed at me. Unless somebody says your name, you can't really assume that because the chances are they'll have nothing to do with you. They're not actually talking to you. So don't take offence. Oh, right, yeah, Greenwood's just said that as well. Isn't it funny, actually? It seems to happen an awful lot where somebody says something and traces straight on it and says exactly what I end up saying. Get your paddle ready for self-defence. Okay, right. Bye, Mustard, says Hannah. I'm on holiday just now and the time is 23:31 in Spain. So I'm going to go to bed and make sure I remember to get up and tell everyone to like the stream. You're very, very kind, I will say that, Hannah. Thank you very much. And you've been most welcome in this stream. I think you only joined a couple of days back, is that right? I'm sure you're a relatively new one. And it's nice to see that the new people come in and they get something out of it. Well, good night. Right, okay. Dinosaur Dad or Dino Dad. Hello, I'm very confused now as we've had the clocks change. How long has this live been on? It's been on for 1 hour and 38 minutes. Have you got a queer eye for a straight guy? Long. 90 minutes, yes. Right. Champion is 3 for £5 at the co-op. 3 for £5? Or 4 for 7 at Tesco? Oh, I didn't know that. 3 for £5, that's not bad actually, is it? That's like £1.66 or something, isn't it? Is it £1.66? I'm just trying to figure that out now. I won't really be figuring it out, do I? I think it's £1.66. Timed out again. Oh dear. Right. Hi, Andrew and Trays.
OMG, what's behind you? Asks Isra. Fish. That's what's behind me. A tank full of fish, all happily swimming around and having the time of their life. Gosh, they're happy with it. They really are. Do you play video games? If so, what? I don't play video games at all. The only video game I've ever played and liked was one called Repton, which I mentioned the other day. And nobody on the live stream knew what I was talking about. So I'm definitely not going to go into the virtues of playing Repton again. Bro, I ain't that dumb. There was a black figure behind you. Oh dear. Maybe that's my Uncle Toby. He sometimes pops in. He's actually a ghost. But he's, like ghosts, you imagine the white and they only appear in the dark. Mine's different. He's black and he only appears in good light. And he's a friendly ghost and all that. But the trouble is, once this time of night comes about, he wants some attention, and I haven't spoken to him all day, and I haven't told him how good his beard looks, because he has a beard as well, but it's a much bigger and bushier beard than what I am. And he's a much more handsome chap than me. He's not 6'1" or anything like that. He's about 6'5". And he's a proper big man with a big chiseled jaw and a massive sturdy beard and a really big growly voice. And oh gosh, he's not the kind of person that's spent his life being ignored. So if I go all day without saying anything to him, Toby comes back. It's probably him. Now, have you ever considered laser eye surgery? I've got a laser pen off Amazon, and I'll give it a try if you want. That's most kind of you, Tyler. Most kind indeed. Bye, and yes, I found you a couple of days ago, being very honest, and I probably won't be able to get off to sleep now, so I'll be back in 10 minutes. I might be gone by then, actually. Don't spoil your holiday. Have your holiday. Have your holiday. You shouldn't be on live streams, wasting your holiday away. Obviously, there's something that's keeping you here, but I don't want you finishing in your holiday and thinking, God, that holiday went by too quickly. I spent too long watching some chap in England talking. Does Mustard have mustard on him right now? And if yes, let's see. I've got mustard in the cupboard. Your uncle sounds like Brian Blessed Mustard. He is, but much taller. Oh, yes. Yes, I feel like drawing a picture of him now, actually. How did we see, how did the cooking go? Didn't see the end of this live. You haven't seen the end of it. It's not got to the end yet. That's why, Barry. It's still in the pan, and it's still not really entirely ready, but it will be soon. Oh, last night I said I was going to post a picture of the thing, didn't I? And I didn't do, because I just changed the thumbnail to the picture that I took. Racism. Hey, can I get a prayer? I just got diagnosed with ligma. Don't know what that means. Your uncle sounds like a freaking gladiator. Yes. Cool. Has anyone just gone to be Jamie Davidson? I thought it was Jim Davidson then. Right, I see. Wow, very funny. Okay. Do you believe in the afterlife? Asks Bev. Not really. Oh, except for my uncle. Except for my uncle. Yeah. Besides that, no, I don't. I've never bothered. The strongest beer in the world was Brewmaster Snake Venom, 67.5. 67.5%. Oh, I am burping quite a lot. £39.99 per bottle, 330 milliliter with £10 off. Barry, I told Mustard about my tattoos. Did I fart as well? What's your favourite colour? Jamie, are you under 20 years old? Are you a Rizzler? I didn't hear about that. I wasn't here. Told you were burping. Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe it's one of those things where if you do it discreetly, you don't realise that you're doing it. And I didn't realise I was doing it. Oh. No, there's silence. It's on silent. It shouldn't be making any noise at all. I don't think it's vibrating either. Oh, I didn't think it was. Now then. Hi Andrew, how's it going? Could be time to. You've done that one already, Tyler. Nobody else is going to find that as funny as I did. It's deaf or vibrating because bzz, bzz, Wonder why I've not noticed it then. Strange that. It may well be that time to start bunging some eggs in the mix, although there is still quite a bit of sauce here. But the trick will be to push the sauce to one side and then use the oil to cook the eggs in. That's what I'm thinking. So again, what I did yesterday was to pop some eggs into a bowl, just to make sure that none of them are bad or unsavoury in any way, any fashion whatsoever. So I don't end up ruining the whole lot with one bad egg. Because that would be pretty bad, wouldn't it? Get the bowl. Get the bowl, 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 get the bowl. Or perhaps I get two bowls actually. Put one bowl to put the curry in, and then another bowl to put the eggs in, and then I can separate the two and just cook the eggs slightly separately. That's what I'm going to do. And that will stop it from getting all mixed up and just becoming a whole load of mush. And really what I want is some quite big pieces of scrambled egg. That's where it will taste its best. I'm having to concentrate again, aren't I? Let's be concentrating. Sticking some sauce from the pan into the bowl. And it's just not so easy, is it? I should just tip it in. But I want to keep the oil, don't I? I want to keep the oil. That should be enough. Right, okay, now look, there we go. That is the curry sauce in question. You can't see just how red it actually is from that angle. In fact, I've noticed that this lighting doesn't really do it much good, really. You've got to stick your camera on the food thing so you can see exactly what it looks like. Otherwise, it just changes the colour of it, and that's not what we want. So, eggs. Well, look, the views are going up again now, aren't they? The views are going up because I'm not reading comments now. Bowl. Oh. Put this up. Oh. up. This, come on, stop moving around so much. This tripod's moving all by itself now. So, here's the decision, how many eggs to have? 1? No, we want more than that. 2? No, we want more than that. 3? No. 4? 4 eggs? No, we want 5. 5 eggs will be the correct amount. Right, now I'm sure you've all seen a bowl full of eggs before. So there's not really any great need for you to see what it looks like, because you know what it looks like. And this time, stir it back up in there. I'm going to try something ever so slightly different, which I shall tell you about as I do it. See whether it makes any difference, whether it's a good idea or not a good idea, whichever one, I don't know. Oh, the other thing is, what I haven't done is tried the actual sauce itself to see whether it's what I want it to be. It's a nice red colour. It's alright. It's not as good as yesterday's though. Maybe you can't really beat Madras. I'm sorry if I'm not reading comments out so much at the moment, but I'm about to do some eggy tipping. This time, I'm going to let them cook on the bottom, stir them a bit. It'd be fantastic if there was some evidence of actual egg yolk on the dough as well once it had finished. But we'll see whether that really can happen or not. I'm going to turn the heat up quite a bit. I'm going to get this bowl washed. And then, you know, come back, which I've just done. Let's just see if there's any really important comments to watch out. Who does it taste? How does it taste? Pima Lugen. Have you got any lemongrass? I haven't actually, no. Black peppers. Could you have enough black pepper in there, I'd have thought, anyway, really. 42. 42 eggs. Mustard is banned from Asda all of a sudden. I can't hear the tank unless I have headphones on. You can hear the tank actually. There's an awful lot of comments there. I'm not really going to get around to reading up, I don't think. Reading out. So I'm not going to worry about it. There are certain times where comments will get read because it's easier for me to do so, and certain times where I can't really do it because it's difficult to do so. And if you write a comment at a time where it's difficult to read it out, it's going to be more difficult for me to read it out and less likely that it's going to get read out. All makes sense to me. More beer? Yes, please. It's only more beer, but maybe another beer should go into the freezer of cold operations. Whilst I'm over that way, I shall put the chilies and the tomato puree back home. You can hear that now, can't you? No, the eggs are just going to burst. That's no good. Maybe I've got a proper new non-stick pan. That particular idea might have worked. Instead, it's just turned into scrambled egg. Never mind. What I could do, I suppose, would be to introduce the curry back into it fairly quickly before it scrambles too much. Or do I? Or should I just wait? Just leave it there so there's a few more burnt bits yet. Oh. What cup size are you, mustard? You know what cup size I am because you buy all my bras for me. Don't try and embarrass me in a live stream, Tyler. There we go. Time to bung the curry back in. Well, it's going to be more than a bowlful tonight, I can tell you. Will it be enough to save for tomorrow, though? Will I dare eat some live? Or should I just take a picture and show you what I've done? Well, I reckon that is it. That is cooked. Yes, that's it. Turn it back down again, onto simmer, just leave it for a couple of minutes, and then I'm just going to eat it. That's basically it. As it's properly on simmer, and I'm still within 2 hours of this live stream, I shall actually read out some comments. Maybe I'll read them backwards actually this time, starting from the bottom. Mustard, you're getting large around the midriff. Well, what would you expect? I love a bit of slow roasted badger. Well, what would you expect? Just wahi. How old are you, Mustard? I'm guessing 49. I'm chomping at the bit, says Bev. Oh gosh. Somebody called Hannah here says, hey. Fish masala, Barry Scrotum. I've never tried that. Alina says so cute, but I'm not sure why. Vibrating love eggs. How does it taste? Oh, yeah, we were talking eggs, weren't we? About the amount of eggs that should go into it. How did I put in? 5. That's right, 5 eggs. Not 3, but 5. That is probably the correct amount of eggs for this particular bit of grub. And in a moment, let's do what I did last night, actually. Yeah. I'll take a bit out. Wasn't masses of comments to go through there, so. Red beard and tash for you tomorrow. Right, let's go back to the bottom then. Helen Hookway. Your channel is great entertainment, says Just Why. Thank you very much. I very much like that. Night entertain. No, thank you very much, Jimmy Quinn. Hello, Mustard. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. Yes, I am. It's been super duper, in fact. I am just about to dish myself up a little bit of this. We'll have a slight live tasting, and hopefully I won't be vomiting on live stream. That would be awful, wouldn't it? How many Easter eggs did you have? Yeah, okay, Hannah, you're a bit too young for this, I would say. I'm going to just put a bit in here. Not excluding anyone. Not excluding people of age. One big dollop. Another big, and they are the dollops. They're big dollops of eggs, you see. So they're big dollops of egg with less dollopy bits that are more just curry. And just try it all together like this with bits of pepper as well. And we see in the bowl there, it is, well, I think it might look rather good actually. Well, it looks good. Will it taste good? That's the thing. We're about to find out. Should I eat it with my glasses on as well? If I eat it with my glasses on, I'll be able to read comments at the same time. No exclusive. It's a difficult one really, because on one hand I don't think that's, I don't really want to exclude people for being like under 18. It's just that I certainly don't want the majority of people being that young here. I prefer proper adults. But it's okay to have a few here and there when they can join in with the more grown-up type of conversation that we have with Tyler. Right. It's very different from yesterday. But gosh, that's quite good. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. That's actually much. Last night I said this worked out to be much tastier than expecting, and this has done the same thing. How that big slab of ginger do? Look at that there, pink ginger. How do you know I'm a grown-up, says Tyler Kennedy? I don't. But I think you might. I think you are. If I was to guess at your age, I'm going to say 43. No, he's being rude to Hannah, by the way. Do you know what? I think curried scrambled eggs is the future of curry. Because this is just brilliant. It has some of the appeal of curry with prawns. I don't know how that makes any sense, but it just really suits it. And that's from a really basic curry sauce as well. Right, it's right. Okay, let me clear this up for you. Yesterday, I started a live stream off where it was no under 18s. But the trouble is, in order to do that, and it's the first time I've ever had to do this, it meant that in order to actually join the live stream, everybody had to do sort of a whole load of hoop jumping or something. Hoop jumping or something like that. So it meant that nobody was actually joining in. And there were 10 people watching, which is rubbish and pointless. But what we don't want is 24. Gosh, right. What we don't want are people that are really a long way underage. It should be doing other things, that should be doing the important things in their lives, the more important things in their lives than just being on a live stream, either giving abuse or taking it from other people, because that's just not good. That's not good at all. But there are some younger people that can come along and actually offer a sensible opinion, have a sensible chat, and there are many that can't. So my point is that I don't want to exclude anyone unless they're doing that. Anyway, Do you know what? I love this. I like taking abuse, says Tyler. Yes, you do. I'm so pleased with this. What often happens, you make a curry, and by the time you get to eat it, you've gone off, your appetite's disappeared. But the thing is with this, the sauce is there, take as long with the sauce as you want, and then the eggs take a couple of minutes to cook, at best, at most, which means you can eat it hot whilst you want it. And I think that's the big appeal of this. Honestly, this is brilliant. I feel like I live exclusively off curried eggs with this. Well, that properly went down well. Anyway, I'm not scribing to you, B, C, S, C, like, who do you think you are? Okay, nobody's trying to offend you, Hannah, and no one's asking you to subscribe either. You've popped along, so you popped along, you can come back, you can do what you like, you don't have to subscribe. And if you're going to take offence to any of that, then you're probably not in the right place anyway. That's really the best thing I can say to you. Now then, the best thing I can also say to you right now is that is this live stream over with, because it's 2 hours, 7 minutes worth of me talking, reading comments, cooking, and then finally eating. And I've enjoyed it very, very much. So, thank you very, very much to everybody who has joined me tonight. And I mean everyone, absolutely everybody. Bolty's World next? Surely not. Gut feeling correct. Right. Okay. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.